Hey there guys, how's it going? So the Dandelion meeting has officially come and gone. So the first, and hopefully first annual Dandelion meeting has come and gone. I've seen some live streams, I was watching, commenting along with all you guys, watching you all appear there, and God, I just saw so many recognizable faces on camera and watched you all have a really good time, just laughing and smiling and sharing, fan-made creations and sharing strategies and setups and talking, and just having a really, really good time with each other. And oh man, I mean, I wished I could have been there so much, but it just really, really, really made me proud of this community. God, I can't wait to meet you all in person. I really can't wait to meet you all. So, anyway, let's talk about the content that they revealed. So they did give us a bit of content for both Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts Union Cross to sort of mull over. And given that this is a Kingdom Hearts Union Cross channel, let's talk about that a bit. So there is an event, well, actually it ties into Kingdom Hearts 3, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. There is an event in which our character, our little doofy little thing up here, and even if not their look, but at least their name, is going to appear in Kingdom Hearts 3 in some way if, and only if, we rank high enough in a set of challenges, basically. Well, not really challenges, but pretty much just one challenge and a lot of luck. So basically, there are 300 spots available for players' names to be put in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, whether that means that there's, like, NPCs you can talk to that have the names of these 300 people, whether there's, like, some sort of record, some sort of, like, obituary, some sort of, I don't know, who knows. But this, in some way, shape, or form, these 300 names are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. And how do you get your name to be potentially one of those three? Well, 300? Well, there are several things you can do. So let's look at the notice real quick. I don't usually read the notices because you guys have eyes, but let's go over them in this case because it's a bit to process. So I'm still not exactly sure how this works, because the way I thought it worked at first was that of the 9 points you can earn, I believe the people with the most points out of those 9 were like more likely to go into, were guaranteed to get the spot, basically. So if you had a list of 300 people that started at the top and went to the bottom, the people with 9 points up the top would be here, then the people with 8 points would be here, and the people with 7 points would fill out the rest of the spots until there was no more spots. You can work out how many potentially of each point number there can be, and there can be up to 10 people with 9 points, up to I think 90 people with 8 points, and then below that up to 400 people, roughly. You can fudge it a little bit, but up to 400 people that have 7 points. And in a list of 300 people long, there are going to be more than enough people with 7 points. So I don't know if it's going to come down to like a luck-based thing, or like a luck of the draw, or depending on who entered the contest first. I don't know what's going to be the deciding factor between the people that have 7 points that make the cut and then 4 below the cut. I'm curious to find out, and if you guys have any ideas better than I do, please feel free to share them. But again, the way I read this is that you can earn up to 9 points, and you want to have as many as possible. I'll talk about why I'm kind of doubting myself now in a second. But anyway, to earn your first 3 points, a veteran account has the advantage here, because you earn 3 points if you have logged in, like have daily logins of over 600 days. So given that the game has been out for, well, if it's the second anniversary, at least 730, it's a pretty significant portion of the days you have to have logged in, and you have to have been playing from the start. In a region like Australia, for example, the game didn't actually come out until I think like a month and a half, 2 months after the initial North American release. So we were already at a disadvantage, but players that have been playing almost every single day since then should have well more than enough. I think I have 650. I think I just hit 650 the other day. So even players that were delayed like me don't necessarily need to have played every single day. Even if you took like 2 months off spaced over that time, you should be able to make the cut. But this is pretty much to stop new accounts from being re-rolled and re-rolled and re-rolled over and over again. And the reason for that is what makes me think that you could just re-roll infinite amount of times on your account with the name that you want to be in there, and you'd end up with more and more entries. That's why I think it has to be a ranking system of 9 points, 8 points, 7 points. Anyway, let's skip over B for a second and go down to C. So there are these Toon Moogle medals that were going to be handed out, and I think it's going to happen. Actually, we'll find out in 10 minutes, because we're about to hit the daily reset. We're about to find out if what I think is true, in that when we hit the daily login, for the next 14 days, we're going to be given, on 3 occasions, this Toon Moogle medal. And that's what they actually look like. Let's go ahead and pull up tweets that we got a little while ago. There we go there. Okay, so if you guys can see in the top right corner there, that little Moogle with the Organization 13 code on, he's holding something in his hand, whether it's like a little ticket. I feel like I see the sea salt ice cream inside it though, but I guess we'll find out when we get a high-res copy of that in a little while. But anyway, that's a pretty cool little reward. I believe we'll be able to earn up to 3 of those, or maybe we'll be able to earn a lot more, but they'll only reward you for up to 3. But I don't know, whatever it is. At the most, you're about to get 3 points by having 3 of them. So I don't think there's any challenge associated with it. I think it's literally just a login. So make sure you get your logins every single day. And now the finale, the last one is where is it? The event. Okay, this one right here. Okay, so the final 3 points can be awarded to players who rank very highly in this high score challenge, but only 10 players are going to be able to earn those 3 points. So only 10 players can have that also have a veteran account of over 600 days and who log in every single day to pick up these moogles are going to be able to have 9 points, because that plus these 3 points here is the only way to get 9 points. The way I'm reading this, if you're a veteran account and if you do these next 14 logins, if you hit the top 10 or even the top 100 honestly in this high score challenge and you meet those other two criteria, you guarantee yourself a spot in Kingdom Hearts 3. How ridiculous is that? How friggin' ridiculous is that? You can literally earn your way into Kingdom Hearts 3 right now, or, as some people would read it, pay your way into Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. There are banners going on right now, which you can pay money into to try and get better rewards out of. So, the excessively die-hard fans could be like, well, this is my chance. I'm going to spend as much money as it takes to make sure I get there. So, anyway, talk about the mechanics of the high score challenge now. So, where is it? Okay, I did a little breakdown here. So, in terms of the rewards, the reward is at the top right there, that young Mickey medal. Sorry, young King Mickey B, whatever it's called. He's a very interesting medal. So, he's a tier 8, obviously. We'll talk about him more in detail when he actually, well, if I ever own a copy of him. But he seems to consume all your gauges. So, do you remember the Trinity limit from Kingdom Hearts 1, where Sora had to have Donald and Goofy alive, and he had to I think he had to have at least 3 magic. And it would always consume, no matter how much you had. If you had 3 bars of magic all the way up to, like, what was the cap in Kingdom Hearts 1? Like 12 or 13, depending on final mix keyblades or not, whatever. It would always consume all of your magic and deal damage appropriately. So if it consumed only the minimum 3 bars, it wouldn't do as much. But if it consumed, you know, if you had like Diamond Dust on, playing on easy mode with like all magic up abilities, it would do an absolute ton of damage, right? This is the same way. This costs 0 gauges on the medal itself, except it doesn't. It actually costs all the gauges that you have, no matter how many you have, which is just pretty interesting. So it can deal a pretty decent amount of damage. It gives you 3 upright strength, which is so far the highest we've been able to achieve, I think, apart from the other Mickey medal. I think the Mickey EX gives you 3 upright strength as well. The one where he's like holding the keyblade backwards or whatever. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, it also gives you +7 strength and +7 power. I'll do a proper breakdown of it in a little while. But as far as the percentage medals that go towards this high score challenge, we have Master Xehanort, which I called as being a VIP medal, by the way. You can look it up on my Discord. I'm pretty sure they're going to make Master Xehanort a VIP medal. Anyway, there are a ton of 14%ers, and some of them aren't even out yet in a banner. So you can pretty much guarantee that HD Ventus and HD Aqua are going to return as banners this week, because, well, Terra's in there right now. And they wouldn't give you a banner without a chance to actually earn the medals. So they wouldn't make it a percentage medal without a chance for you to actually buy it. So you can more or less guarantee that Ventus and Aqua banners are going to be coming back this week. In addition to that, every single one of the 5 medals available on the KHUx 16 banner that isn't KHUx 16 itself is going to be a 14% medal, which is pretty cool. Between Riku Replica and Armor of the Master, well, they call it Armor of Ericus in this version, which, whatever, it's the same thing. That's a pretty... I think those 2 are the ones to look for. I think those 2 are definitely the ones to look for. And then if we move to 21% medals, there are 5 of the blighters. So Cloud, Sephiroth, the brand new KHUx 16, and the brand new HD Ventus. Sorry, Vanitas, sorry. They're all basically the same medal, just with a different skin on it. Oh, sorry, except they're not. Because KHUx 16 does 9 hits, and bloody every other one of those medals there was only 3 hits, which is crazy. So people that pulled off those previous banners do have a touch of an advantage there, because obviously you want to have the minimum amount of hits possible going into a high score challenge, where so KHUx 16 dealing 9 is definitely not in your favor. I can already sort of predict, because they're giving out a bunch of reverse boosters this first week in Union Cross and in the raid boards. They're giving out boosters to reverse medals, so I can see people with like Sephiroth EX over there, or even Vanitas EX, really chopping up here. I can see them doing extremely well. Please tell me I'm not getting a phone call. I'm getting a phone call. Alright, let's pause that for a sec. Alrighty, so as for the actual high score challenge itself, I've just thrown together a really quick sort of like mock-up setup here. I'm definitely going to pull more, and I always knew that I was going to pull more going into this challenge, just because I definitely want to get a lot of these medals traded, because I think it's going to help me out quite a lot. It's going to get my pet slot all the way up to level 9, I'm pretty sure, and then we're going to basically go from there, which is going to be pretty awesome. I think, like, when I did initial run before, I ended up with like 112% going into it, and that was literally just a joke to see, like, okay, how much percentage could I squeeze out if I included a buffer, and I think that capped out at around 112, as I currently stand. Like, if I end up pulling another copy of KHUx 16 there, I can definitely go a bit higher, but as it stands right now, that's pretty much where I capped out. But let's take a quick peek here. So, if we go with the baseline of, let's say, 100%, again, none of these are guilted, none of these have any like appropriate skills on them whatsoever, so we'll give it a quick crack, and we'll see how that goes. The avatar boards this week, really disappointed me, unfortunately. Like, I really would have liked a little bit more, especially like an attack boost, you know, 5 or 6 max would have been really nice, but they gave us like an attack boost 5 max and Lux boost and APP, which I haven't seen that sort of skill in quite a long time, to be perfectly honest, so I guess it might be useful to some people, but the other one was only an attack boost 6 max as well as second chance 3, not even second chance 4, so I'm kind of disappointed with those like avatar boards. They're not particularly good. Like, I'm going to have to grab one of them just to get that attack boost 6 max, which I think I'll go ahead and slap on. I always like giving a copycat medal the latest iteration of the most powerful skill, so I think I'm just going to have to slap on attack boost max 6 onto my Riku replica and have that copy backwards. Maybe copy backwards my KHUx 16, or I don't know what I'm going to do, but like I said, I'm definitely not even close to done with pulling yet, so I'm going to go back into that and do some more pulls and do a proper run through eventually. But this is just sort of like a quick little guide through the course, so you can see that we have 3 stages we can choose from at the start. We can go it down either the power, the speed, or the magic route as per usual. I've only chosen the magic just because I'm thinking that my Riku sitting in the back is going to be my top damage dealer, copying KHUx 16, and I believe I brought my own KHUx 16. I believe I did. Sorry, I brought a friend KHUx 16 rather, I should say. Cool. This is a decent little bit of damage, even like ungilted and untraded, so that's pretty friggin' awesome. Definitely pick up. Well, I guess I don't really need to pick up that, but it gets pretty challenging pretty quickly. Like, there are what are those enemies from Kingdom Hearts 2 called again? Where there was like the massive like ice guy and the massive like round lava guy at the same time. What were they called? Whatever. I encountered the ice guy before that had like a little counter over his head, and I was unable to deal with that, so I actually died against that because I wasn't paying attention. And I had like, I think I had Zack out the front and just had it on auto mode, so he immediately did 8 hits and got me killed by it, so that's okay. Hopefully this guy can take him out here. So yeah, attack boost 5 max on a gilted copy. Oh, is it gilted? Maybe it's not. I didn't even pay attention. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure this is gilted. Yeah, so it's not like super difficult, but finding the balance between the amount of percentage you want to bring in as opposed to what am I trying to say? The amount of percentage that you want to bring in as opposed to the amount of buffers that you need to actually make those medals deal a good amount of damage. That's pretty much going to be the balance that you want to strike there. That does really good damage, my god. It's like over 100 bars and I haven't even buffed it appropriately at all. I think Armor of the Master is potentially pretty underrated here. Like, it's a one-hit medal, right? And that's always the catalyst for getting a pretty good score in the high score challenge, so... Oh boy, the guard armor. So this is a pretty difficult fight, but I think we'll be able to take it out just fine. In my head, I'm envisioning having Riku Replica come in, copy either Kari or Shion, and then basically buffing up Armor of the Master to deal like one massive hit against all the enemies on the field. So I'm trying to work in like a Fairy Star setup where I basically make that happen and basically just power up the crap out of an Armor of the Master. But of course, for that to happen, I actually have to unlock a decently powerful copy of Armor of the Master. And I've gone ahead and burnt a bunch of SP that I shouldn't have, so I should probably be paying attention. You're full, Damien. You're full. Whoa. Got smacked around a bit there, didn't I? My god. That's okay, because now that I've used Vexen twice in a row, the fact that he stacks 2 turns should mean that I'm more powerful now. Oh, able to last his hits, I think. I hope. Alright, so taking care of this guy right here. It's gonna be a little while. I think I actually ended up recording my first run through, but it was just trash, so I deleted it. So I'll go ahead and skip forward on this a bit. I'm just literally whittling the guy away. Again, this is not a serious run or anything, so it's gonna be a very, very slow whittling down. But oof, yeah, that didn't almost dealt 100 bars of damage. So we're gonna be here for quite a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward through this, but I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, I seem to reach the point where he's recovered enough general defense down that I actually can't touch him anymore. That sucks. I wonder why that is. That's so interesting. Alright, so I'm going to have to abandon ship on this run, unfortunately. But it wasn't like a serious run anyway. The point is, before I earn like a significant, like I'm nearly at 39 million right now. The cutoff to getting a young Mickey B is 65 million. So I don't know how many more enemies there are after this guy. I know there's 2 more in the next room, and I don't know how many more there are after that. I'll have to go back in and do a proper run. But just for now, yeah, if you want to get into the high squad challenge, it's probably going to be in your best interest to have a veteran, like use your veteran account. Make sure you sign up like immediately. So there is a form that can be filled out on, switch back to my web browser here. If you go to the little link in the description, and obviously you guys should follow that through, put this in immediately, because I'm thinking that depending on how they choose, remember before I talked about how there's potentially 400 people that could have 500, so they could have 7 points. If there's only 300 spots on the list, and if I am correct in thinking that it's a ranking system from 9 points, 8 points, 7 points, then even though people have 7 points, there's still going to be a 200 person cutoff. So I would, if the deciding factor is the speediness at which they enter this competition, and you're serious about this, I would enter in straight away. I would not hesitate at all. Enter in straight away. So yeah, I mean, you guys could potentially get into Kingdom Hearts 3, which is just crazy news to me. Absolutely crazy news. I guess I'll talk about the avatar boards really quickly. Oh, I guess the raid week, I'll talk about that really quickly. As a party and solo reward, we have some pretty cool things. We have the, I think it's no, there are some gems being given away as always, but also the Union armor, which is finally, oh, here we go. Here we go, we finally get to say this. Sorry. Making sure I'll pull that back up. Okay, so it's just past the reset time as I was in the high score challenge. Do we go ahead and pick up our young Moogle medal or not? Let's find out. I think this is like a really big spoiler for Kingdom Hearts 3, by the way. Like, I've been putting together for forever now, like a video explaining the story of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, combining that with the Unchained Key story and the Key story and the back cover story, trying to tie it all in together. And the idea that we might see these names somewhere, and whether that means we're actually going to see the person as an NPC or not, that seems like a huge spoiler to me, but we'll talk about that when we talk about it. Alright, because I royally stuffed up. I couldn't even get past the freaking high score challenge, so I owe you guys a pull. There it is, bam, exactly, I knew it. So there's a two Moogle medal being given away. Oh, sweet! 2 Foundation Mickey B's. And okay, I guess it would have been a bit greedy to ask for jewels as well, but it wouldn't have really, but that's how it goes. Okay, so take a look at that Toon Moogle medal. I don't think it's going to be useful at all. I think it's just going to be a decoration in your inventory, basically. But yeah, make sure you log in every single day and pick up your Moogles. I don't know if it's going to be like 3 days in a row, or like I said, I imagine to make sure you pull every single day, I imagine it would be like the first day, maybe the 7th day, maybe the 14th day, just to keep coming back. Let's go ahead and check that out really quick. Oh, play have to redeem it first, don't I, idiot? 2 years I've been playing this game now, and I'm like, why didn't the medal go straight into my inventory? Oh, what a twit. It's funny how on this banner it says the top 500 players could get the name in Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, technically the top 500 players could earn points towards that, but they're not. There's not 500 spots, so it's a little bit, people could potentially read that the wrong way. But yeah, only 300 people are going to be entered in, so don't get your hopes up that it's going to be more. Okay, cool. So there he is. So yeah, he is. He's holding like a little sea salt ice cream in his hand, like in plastic wrap. What is that? Or is it a ticket featuring the image? What is that? Anyway, like a little cool patch maybe. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I guess I'll finish off with an EX pull just because, you know, I screwed up the high score challenge. I owe you guys that much. So I'll do the Moogle pull real quickly because I always get disappointed on these. I've got terrible luck with these so far. I've not got a single Moogle, illustrated Moogle just yet. So there. Bugger it, let's get another one. I have pulled 3 of these exact friggin' medals. 3 of these pieces of crap. I cannot believe that. of all the friggin' medals in the entire game. If you give me bad luck here, I'll scream. Of all the medals in the entire game, I pulled Beast, 5-star Beast 3 times. How is that possible? How? Oh god, I would like some luck here, man. Please. Oh, that's enough, right? Hey, we got 2 of them at least. Hey, we got 3 of them at least. Hey! That's not bad. Good on you, Roxas. Yeah, not really useful to me, unfortunately. I would have loved a reverse buffer, but oh well. Oh well. It happens, bad things happen, whatever, it's fine. I've got a ton of jewels to now waste on the rest of the banners here. I think I'm going to do some more pulls on... Yeah, I'm going to do some more pulls on that banner. I'm definitely going to do some more pulls on that banner, because I really want to get up there, so... Alrighty guys, thanks very much. I'll catch you guys in a bit. And yeah, good luck with getting into Kingdom Hearts 3. How freaking cool is that? How bloody cool is that? Alright guys, all the best. Bye. Please. 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 Oh.